What's going on, guys? As you can see, more baits we're going to be throwing underwater for a test video. We're back with more dice. If you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I should have a lot more videos like this coming out soon. Since the last video I did on dice, there's a lot more dice out in the market. It's kind of exploded as a bait category. So first of all, we've got the Hags Prickly Pear, I believe is what this is called. So there's the hide-up bait, which is about $20. This one, I think, was only like $5 or $6, maybe less. It's one of the cheapest ones on the market. It comes with two, which you don't see as often, and it is pretty elasticy. Next, we have the Wu Tungsten dice, which, what is this thing even called? The Cube. I guess it's just called the Cube. But that thing, I mean, it's basically an OSP copy. I don't know how much salt these will have. I'm gonna be doing most of these weightless and then maybe on a drop shot. The Zman one here, the Fuzzy Nugget, or the Fuzzy Nuggets, is made of, I think it's elastic, so it probably floats. If it does float, that'll be interesting, how that's gonna work. I might have to weight it down or just do the drop shot. We have the X-Zone GBO. This one's different because it's like a pyramid kind of shape, triangular. A smaller one for sure. The Missile Baits Shredder. This one is probably one of the most unique ones. It's got this little extra piece here that I guess you can rig it up on like an EWG hook if you want, because it's got, like, there's different ways you can do it. Or you could do it like more of a Nico rig. It's definitely an interesting concept. I don't know how this is gonna actually perform compared to the other dice, but that's why we do these videos. And lastly, we're gonna be looking at the Yamamoto Uni, which really does have a similar thing to the Hags, and it's just that other style of very elastic-y, reusable baits, but these tend to run a little bit more money than the other ones, but compared to the really high-end JDM stuff, this one and the Hags are very affordable. Alright, without any further ado, we're gonna go take these underwater and get an idea of which ones have what action and which ones you guys might like more. All right, just got back from throwing these baits underwater. Definitely, I didn't realize how many of these would float. 4 of them floated, and you saw I had to put a little modified free rig on them to get them to actually work, which is what a lot of people would do anyway. I just didn't know that all those would have float, which, looking back, I should have known. Like, the Uni, I mean, it's basically a Lazteki, so that makes sense why it would float. I've just never messed with anything like this before. Honestly, this probably had the best action out of all of them, just because it had very thick tentacles, and the amount of like movement on these little tentacles was insane. The Hags prickly pear, which is a lot cheaper, definitely had good action as well. It just didn't have the same frequency of action, I would say. Definitely, I mean, you can see, I think there's more tentacles on the Uni anyway. But then the Uni has a shorter tentacles, but it has a little bit more weight at the top that I think just adds a little bit extra weight action to it. The Shredder by Missile Baits, definitely, I'm not sure if that was the best application to use it. It definitely has a lot of action with all those tentacles, but because it's just a soft plastic that floats, it has, I don't think it has any salt in it. It kind of just, a lot of these tentacles seem to stick together. I could see this on the back of like a swim jig or something, or like kind of making itself its own swim jig would be an interesting kind of deal. Like, it's definitely going to catch fish. I don't know if the way that I had it rigged up is the best way. And it also floats, which is an interesting kind of deal. The Zman Fuzzy Nugget floats, which even though it looks more like your traditional OSP dice, it floats. It's got the Elastec stuff, so I mean, you could catch 1,000 fish on this before it breaks. But you're going to want to put either some kind of weight in there, or add a weight extra, like a drop shot or a free rig, as I had it rigged up. The Woo Tungsten one, again, more your traditional bait. This one does sink, and it sinks at a decent rate. It definitely has a more subtle of an action compared to other baits that are in the similar category as such as the Q-Bomb by G-Crack or the OSP dice. But a very solid bait if you want something more for like a finesse option. And you can put it with weight on it. It doesn't have to be weightless like I had it. It would work fine on with a little Nico weight or free rig or whatever, drop shot. And lastly, we have this X-Zone one, the pyramid looking bait. That one, I think, for traditional dice had the best little action with each of those tentacles putting off a lot of vibration. I should have put a slow-mo in of each bait at the end. So if you didn't see that, make sure you go back. The slow-mo really does help get an idea of how much action these really have, especially in the tank. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below which one you thought was the best, and if you have any suggestions of what other baits I should do coming up next. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.